Hello everybody, welcome to Lido Fine Art. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about earthbound spirits and the misconceptions that follow them because of Hollywood and their, way of dramatizing things, because that's what they do best. So let's crack into it. So the first thing, what is an earthbound spirit? An earthbound spirit is a spirit that hasn't crossed over. And there are several reasons as to why an earthbound spirit may not want to cross over. So, for example, they may be attached to a person, place, or a thing. They may want to seek revenge. They might not even know they're dead. They could be nosy. They could stay behind because they want to keep an eye on their family, protect them, or, it's kind of like being attached to a person at the same time. So, they want to protect them, and because they love them so much, they don't want to, lose sight of them. Now, a good example of an earthbound spirit being attached to a place or a thing. So in this example, let's say your grandmother passes away, right? And in her will, she tells you that she wants you to bury her with her jewelry. Now, if you don't bury her with her jewelry, she's gonna know. Because the thing is, usually earthbound spirits, well, I shouldn't even say earthbound spirits, because before the earthbound spirits, when they die, they have the opportunity to cross over. And usually that light sticks around maybe a little bit past the funeral stage, and then it, goes away. So if you do not bury your grandmother with her jewelry, she is going to know. And because she loved that jewelry so much, she's going to want to keep it in her sights. She wanted it buried with her, and now that she can't have it, not that, she could take it with her anyway, but she's going to want to keep a close eye on it and make sure, you do what she wants you to do with it. As for a place, let's say they love the beach so much, right? There's a vacation spot that a certain person really loved, or a bar. Let's say they like a bar. Either or, right? This person frequented the bar or the beach every year, and they loved it so much and had great memories that, they just think about that place, and, they kind of just don't want to move on, and they just linger around in that place. As for a person, I already mentioned that briefly, so there's that. Now for revenge, let's say, someone gets murdered, right, and they die, and they want revenge, and they want to make sure that murderer, the person who killed them, seeks their demise. Well, they're going to do everything they can to make sure that person suffers. Well, they're going to try at least. Another example, let's say they're nosy. Maybe they're like, oh cool, it's like a new superpower, right? I can go anywhere I want. I can spy on the neighbors. I can see, all the drama. That is actually something that earthbound spirits like to do, believe it or not. So yeah, there are many reasons why they may want to stay behind and not crossing over, then turns them into earthbound spirits. Now let's talk about some misconceptions. So the first one, they get their energy from electronics. That is false. They do not get their energy from electronics because they need energy from the living, and electronics, the energy that fuels them, is a different kind of energy, so they cannot really use that. Now, some may say, well, why do my lights flicker, or why does the radio turn off and on by itself? Well, because they are two different energies, when one gets in contact with the other, it kind of creates this dissonance, and it creates a disruption in the flow of energy, so it could cause lights to flicker and things to shut off. And because in most cases, earthbound spirits are trying to get your attention. Once they realize this, they're going to keep doing it to get your attention. Or they're going to do it to scare you because they want to feed off that energy. So, no, they cannot feed off of electronics. Now, another misconception is graveyards. Earthbound spirits are not going to hang around graveyards. Why? Like I said before, they need living energy to feed off of. And what's a cemetery? They're full of dead people. So you're not going to get much there. Now, don't be confused. Graveyards and cemeteries can be haunted, but more than likely it's not going to be by an earthbound spirit. It's rare, it's possible, it definitely can happen, but more than likely you're not going to get earthbound spirits there. What you may get is some demonic entities, because what happens is in a graveyard or cemetery during a I can't talk, what the fuck. So during a burial, right? Like a funeral, you have people crying, upset because their loved one is dead, obviously, right? They're going to be upset. What happens is that negative energy that's left behind, the demon entity will feed off of that. The air is thick, it's full of negative energy. That's the perfect, scenario for them. Whereas earthbound spirits, they need living energy that's current to feed off of. Another misconception, ghosts cannot just kill you. Like, they can't just pick up a knife and just hurl it at you and no, they can't do that. I know Hollywood likes to throw in that exact scene for the most part in a lot of horror movies, but no, they cannot just, whip things at you like knives and stuff and kill you. Now, like I said before, with the tampering of electronics, they can put you in dangerous situations. Like, they can mess up your car to where it doesn't run properly and could cause an accident. It's like they can indirectly cause something horrible to happen, but they can't just outright kill you. Like, no, they can't just stab you. No, that doesn't work. That's not how that works. Another misconception. Earthbound spirits trying to possess people. They can try. Takes a lot of energy. I wouldn't be surprised if, see, for that it would take a lot of energy, and the entities that are more likely to do that are demonic entities, but it's not impossible for a negative earthbound spirit to do it. But it's not like in the movies where all of a sudden, like, let's say you're I don't know, you're talking to your friend, right? And all of a sudden the ghost goes right into you and now boom, you're possessed by a ghost. That's not how that works. It doesn't work that way. You'd have to let it and pretty much be worn down over time to even, let it happen. So, no, they can't just possess you immediately. They can cause you, so because they're feeding off your energy, over time, it can wear you out to where you do become sick. So kind of like I was saying before about how they can't directly kill you, they can make you sick over long periods of time of draining you of your energy. And I probably should have said that before, but oops, what you gonna do, right? So yeah, those are some misconceptions about earthbound spirits. If you have any thoughts, questions, concerns, stories, leave them down below. And I will see you next time. Peace out.